Welcome to another Take 5. Today's viewer request is a fun one in the form of a question. What happened to the dinosaurs? And so today we're going to look at this idea of the dinosaurs. When did they live? Did they exist? What happened to them? Why are there not dinosaurs today? And so let's begin with this. Dinosaur. Now, you won't find the word dinosaur in the Bible because it doesn't even appear in our English language until 1841. But the Bible does talk about dinosaurs. When we read in the book of Job, he describes this great creature whose legs are like bronze, whose ribs are like iron, who swings his tail like that of a cedar tree. And so the picture very clearly there is that of a dinosaur. And so I definitely do believe dinosaurs did exist. There were only about 30 different breeds of dinosaur, and the average size of a dinosaur was actually that of a small sheep. When did dinosaurs live? You know, again, it really comes down to, do you view the Bible, specifically Genesis chapter 1, as being true? Scientists will tell you over and over again, dinosaurs lived long before man. They never lived together. Dinosaurs lived 30, 40 billion years ago. And yet, when we look at Scripture, we have to decide, are we going to believe the creation account and take it as it's written? If we are, then what we see is that on day 6, all of the land animals were created. And so among them would be the dinosaurs. Now, we know that in the beginning, there was no sin. And so there was no death. And so that really predicates that all dinosaurs were herbivores, because there was no death. In fact, the first death came after Adam and Eve sinned, and God killed animals and used their skin as clothing for Adam and Eve. So I believe that dinosaurs and man did coexist, but that they were plant-eating dinosaurs. When you walk into a museum and you see these gigantic dinosaur recreations of their entire skeletal system, realize this: that was created by more like artists than scientists. You see, scientists have only found just a very small fraction of dinosaur bones. And from that small fraction, they have recreated what they believe the dinosaur to be like. And so I'd encourage you to think very carefully and be very careful about science, and realizing that the Bible is true and that it actually is proven even more true when science is done correctly. Because you see, whether you are a biblical scientist or a biblical archaeologist, or whether you are an unbelieving archaeologist, you deal with the same evidence. The question becomes, what do you do with that evidence? How do you fill in the gaps? So what happened to the dinosaurs? Well, even scientists will tell you that they were most likely destroyed by some great cataclysmic event. They will point to an asteroid hitting the Earth millions of years ago. But I believe that, according to Scripture, all life outside of the ark was destroyed in the global flood. And I believe that includes dinosaurs. And so, as we think about dinosaurs, it is a fun thing to explore and to think about. My encouragement would be that we stick very closely to Scripture, and that we see the evidence that God gives us for the existence and the life and even the disappearance of dinosaurs.